Hey Mason, it's Dr. Scott. So I have some feedback for you on your SA2 draft. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go through, and I have a little notes to myself over here in the margin. I'm going to kind of talk about some of the issues that I saw with your draft. Some of the issues that I thought were really things that I thought you did really well, but then also some things that I think you can improve upon. Just as a reminder, for this assignment I was taking a look at your thesis statement, your ability to use supporting details, your use of organization and transitions, and your ability to integrate sources. Also taking a look at MLA format and your ability to integrate an image into your writing. So I'll just go through the document and kind of explain my feedback. So to start with here, in the introduction, I noticed that here and later on in the paper when you're using a source, you struggle a little bit in getting a source integrated into your writing. Right now, I'm reading along and I'm reading about Dafford, and then all of a sudden, kind of this quote feels like it comes out of nowhere, and that's one of Stedman's annoyances that he writes about. Later on in the essay, you kind of do the same thing, and I'll go there now. Yeah, here it is. So we're reading along, and then all of a sudden we have this quote that comes in. Remember, we talked about you need to transition to the quote. So whatever is going on here in the quote, you need to give us some language before it. Sometimes it's a full sentence, sometimes it's just a couple words that explains how this quote is going to be connected to the ideas you've been writing about in this paragraph. So if you're not sure how to do that, it's tough. It's not as easy as it sounds to just integrate a quote. Let me know and I can help you out with that. So that's one big thing that kind of needs to happen in the revision. I thought the thesis statement was strong. I think you worked pretty hard at that, and it's a pretty solid thesis statement. So I think you're going to be pretty good on that in that category. You have good detail here. There's other places within the essay that I thought needed more detail and more specifics. Here is one place. So you just talk about color choice, but you're not actually kind of getting in there and describing the colors, and that needs to happen. And when you're telling us, I'd say even here, you can do a little bit more. The sunset that is off in the distance is very bright and a bold color. Put some names to those colors. What are they? Later on in this paragraph, you've got a double whammy, dude. Two things in there. And thing is, I guess it's one of my pet peeves. But for an assignment where I'm asking you to be pretty descriptive, the word things just does not, like, you've got more precise words in your vocabulary that you can use there. And if you have a hard time figuring out what word to use there, let me know. One of the major criteria for the assignment is to have a rationale for why you're placing paragraphs in the location you have them. So you have this paragraph here that is about the colors in the two murals. Why is that? Why are you beginning there? And then what are we doing in this paragraph, and why is that being placed here? There needs to be a reason for the location of your ideas. That whole idea of arrangement that we've talked about with the third essay. You need to have a good reason for why you're arranging paragraphs in the order that you have them. And that's another kind of bigger issue that needs to be addressed. I also thought that this was a place for more description. I think you can be more specific. What are those colors specifically? Here you have a comma splice. It's where you have two sentences that are combined with just a comma. And I think it's pages 320 to 321, and little Shawnee can explain a bit more what a comma splice is. This was not the only place I saw one. There's a few others. If you have a hard time finding them, let me know. But I know that you have one more, at least one more here in this paragraph. Here I thought you actually did a really solid job using good details, the white colors and the grays. I thought that's really good stuff here. And here's another paragraph where I had a difficult time understanding why I was going from this paragraph here to this paragraph here. So that, for me, the two big issues for you to improve upon in this draft is integrating quotes, and then also organizing your ideas, and then having good reasons why you're going from one paragraph to another. I think there are also places where you need some description. There's places in here where you've shown me that you know how to describe. I'd like to see a little bit more before I can say that this satisfies the B contract. So you've got some work to do, but you got some great stuff to build upon, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where this draft goes. So good job, Mason. If you got any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you soon.